Hello there guys, welcome to episode 2 of Company Comparisons. Today I'm going to be comparing two different versions of the same genus from the same company, this being the CollectA Stegosaurus from 2006 and the Corpse from 2014. In case you're wondering, I have to justify using this because they didn't make a live version of this Stegosaurus. So just going to have to pretend it's not being torn into by allosaurs. So to start off with, just have to point out that even for 2006, this is a bad Stegosaurus. The tail droops too much, the thagomizer is two V's, which is absurd, and for some reason the plates on the neck are paired rather than alternating, as opposed to the 2014 version, which actually predates the Sophie study. So for that, it's actually fairly reasonable. The thagomizer is flat, obviously the tail's curved around here. The plates are a slightly different shape, which kind of tells me that these are actually representing two different species of Stegosaurus. It's got proper limb proportions, and it has throat armor, which is nice. One complaint I do have for both of these is that the colors are not very interesting. Both of them have got brown plates. At least this one is sort of a very pale teal with a sort of light violet-ish grey underbelly. And this one is just dark grey. It's really boring. But the plates should be more brightly coloured, especially since they were covered in keratin, and this one appears to have covered them in scales, and I'm not sure about this. I don't really know what that texture is supposed to be. So both of these have actually got a fairly similar head shape overall. Depending on the species, either of them could be fairly accurate. The 2006 one does have a more obvious beak, but its head is probably too wide as opposed to this one. The 2014 figure clearly has more neck, which is accurate. And of course, its limbs are just better proportioned to its body. This guy actually, until the hips, is very close to our modern understanding of an adult Stegosaurus. But then the tail droops afterwards. Also, I think its tail's too thick. If you look at this one, it's a bit skinnier when it gets to the tip. This guy obviously has too many unguals on his hands, and this guy doesn't have enough. He's got 2 instead of 3. And of course, his legs are looking a bit too athletic, whereas we know that it would have been of a more columnar posture, although it is sort of in a walking pose. That's the thing. The pose on this is okay. Obviously, this guy is a corpse, so it's going to be a more of an artistic pose. But overall, this thing, despite being pre-2015, is a heck of a lot more accurate. So, of course, it comes as no surprise to anybody that in this case 2014 wins. So with all that out of the way, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.